What's up guys, and welcome back to Gladiators, and today we're back with another review, this time reviewing the most control-oriented racket out of the Pure Strike lineup. This year, for some reason, Babolat decided to release like 300,000 different Pure Strikes, and I really like the Pure Strike 100 16x20. Check out the review up over there if you haven't seen it. And usually the smaller head Pure Strikes are really not my thing, but you know, this year Babolat have added a few things and changed some things up that I'm really starting to dig the new Pure Strike lineup. So let's see if this does the same, and yeah, I mean, just check out the specs. Yes, those who were paying very close attention could have noticed that the racket shown when the spec sheet shows up is not the 97 at first, because the 97 actually features a leather grip, which is always a nice touch if the grip is of a good quality. I myself am more of a Wilson leather grip kind of guy, but the Babolat one was just fine. So, a 97-inch Babolat Pure Strike. Tell me that a year ago and I'd be running away from you, because the 98 of the previous Strike was, I'm sorry, but unplayable. And a head that is 1 inch smaller, I wouldn't even want to imagine how that would feel. The sweet spot of the Pure Strike has always been a problem for me because of just how small it is. You can't say that I should get better at tennis and learn how to hit with the center of the racket, but nah, you're actually right, to be honest. Okay, on a serious note though, if we take a look at the competition, for example, the Wilson Blade 98 16x19, it feels quite a bit better in terms of sweet spot, and if we compare it to a Yonex racket with the same head size, well, it's pretty much useless to compare them because of how much better the sweet spot on the Yonex rackets is. However, the 2024 version of the Pure Strike 97 feels more forgiving, yet more stable and controlled than the old 98-inch version, which, if you ask me, is one hell of an improvement. Looks, some weird people like the looks of the Pure Strikes, but I'm not weird, so I don't. I'm kidding, looks are very subjective, but if you like the looks of the Pure Strike, I have a few questions for you. Anyways, looks aside, the racket performed really well. It's not a racket for a beginner, that's for sure, rather a more intermediate or advanced player. With the small head, the 16x20 string pattern, and a weight that is rather on the heavier side, this thing sums up to a really good control-oriented racket for those who will manage to use it properly. And if you do, you will love it. I was quite surprised, especially on the forehand side, with just how much power the racket was offering me. It's obviously not a power-oriented racket, but for a control-oriented frame, the power was plenty. With rather short forehand swings, I was managing to put the balls very deep and fast, and the shots were effortless, which was very cool. Although I was sometimes missing the ball like a meter out or even to the fence, because coming from my Head Gravity Pro, I wasn't really expecting those levels of power. However, on the forehand returns, that mix of decent power and very solid control allowed me to often absolutely destroy my opponent's kick serves with deep and flat missiles that went right to the baseline. On the backhand sides, I could handle the power way better, and the feel, control, and stability that comes with this thing really gave me a lot of confidence, and that is exactly what I'm looking for when it comes to my more natural shot, which is the backhand. Glad I'm seeing a few of you that are already thinking of possibly purchasing this Pure Strike, and if you want to do that, like always, I mean guys, you know how it works. The link to get this or anything else tennis related is down in the description below. Together with our exclusive discount code, it's going to save you some cash. That really helps the channel, so you know, why not use that link? And also, yeah, don't mind me having a head dampener and a Yonex grip on a Babolat racket. Yeah. Quickly gonna cover the Volleys, and this was actually one of the very few rackets that have came out recently and that I've reviewed that I really didn't like that much at the net. Whether it's because of the swing weight or the smaller head, but coming to the net wasn't my go-to tactic with the Pure Strike. What was definitely go-to were the first flat missile throws, which I was placing with great precision and obviously power. Although this is not what you would usually call a powerful racket, when I'm given the needed confidence that comes from the stability on impact with the ball, I can develop any speed needed and serve very fast. The frame didn't let me down when it came to the slice and kick serves either. The 16x20 string pattern seems to be the most most versatile pattern, and I just can't stop saying how much I love it. And that's because you get the best of both worlds: power, spin, control, and feel. You don't get the 100% of everything, but it does a really good job of doing everything decently well. If you're looking for a control-oriented racket that provides great feel and can spin the ball a little, as well as not force you to have to generate all the power by yourself, this could definitely be a great option. If I were you, I would also take a look at the Wilson Pro Stuff 97 V14 and the Yonex Percept 97 lines of rackets, because they're all very close, and if you asked me, I wouldn't be able to decide right away which one I would pick, but maybe, just maybe, it could be the Babolat. But for now, check out the grades, make your own conclusions, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.